Like and subscribe to support the channel. Donations welcome.
The bedrock of a functioning democracy rests on the active participation of its citizens. Voting, the fundamental act of civic engagement, empowers individuals to shape their government and influence the direction of their society. However, the path to exercising this right is not always straightforward. Navigating the intricacies of voter registration, understanding eligibility requirements, and mastering the voting procedures can be daunting, particularly given the variations across states. This section aims to demystify these processes, providing a clear and comprehensive guide to ensure every eligible citizen can confidently participate in the democratic process. Voter registration, the crucial first step in exercising the right to vote, is the process by which citizens formally enroll themselves on the official electoral rolls of their respective jurisdictions. The procedures and requirements for registration vary significantly across states, reflecting the decentralized nature of election administration in the United States. Some states employ a system of continuous registration, allowing eligible citizens to register at any time, while others operate under periodic registration deadlines, requiring citizens to register within a specific time frame before an election. Understanding the nuances of state-specific registration procedures is paramount. Many states offer online registration, providing a convenient and efficient method for citizens to enroll. However, the availability and specifics of online registration vary considerably. Some states might require digital signatures or other verification measures, while others might offer a simpler, streamlined process. In contrast, some states primarily rely on mail-in registration, requiring citizens to complete physical forms and mail them to their designated county election office. This method often entails longer processing times compared to online registration. In addition to these variations in registration methods, states also differ in their requirements for supporting documentation. While many states require proof of residency, such as a utility bill or driver's license, the specific types of acceptable documentation and the level of verification required can vary considerably. Some states may have stricter residency requirements than others, potentially leading to challenges for individuals who have recently moved or are temporarily residing in a different location. Understanding these state-specific requirements is crucial to ensure a successful and timely registration process. Failure to meet these requirements can result in a voter's registration being rejected, ultimately disenfranchising them from participating in the election. The consequences of improper documentation can range from simple delays in registration processing to outright rejection of the registration application. Beyond the registration procedures, understanding the eligibility requirements is essential for prospective voters. The fundamental criteria for eligibility are generally consistent across states: citizenship, age, and residency. All voters must be citizens of the United States. The minimum voting age is uniformly set at 18 years old nationwide, meaning individuals must reach this age before the election to be eligible to vote. Residency requirements, however, vary considerably from state to state. Some states might require a minimum residency period of 30 days, while others may impose significantly longer periods, often extending to several months or even a year. This variability can pose a significant challenge for individuals who are new residents or those who frequently move. Furthermore, states often impose additional restrictions on eligibility. For example, individuals convicted of felonies might face disenfranchisement, losing their right to vote. However, the specifics of felony disenfranchisement differ significantly across states. Some states automatically restore voting rights upon release from prison, while others might require completion of parole or probation, or even a separate application process. Additionally, some states permanently disenfranchise individuals convicted of specific types of felonies, while others might only impose temporary disenfranchisement. This patchwork of state-level regulations underscores the importance of thoroughly understanding the specific laws governing felony disenfranchisement in one's state of residence. The consequences of failing to understand these nuanced regulations can be particularly dire, leading to unintentional disenfranchisement and the loss of a fundamental right. Beyond felony disenfranchisement, Individuals might also be ineligible to vote due to mental incapacitation or court-ordered commitment. These circumstances are handled differently across states, with some imposing broader disenfranchisement measures than others. The legal standards for determining mental incapacitation also vary widely, leading to further complexities in the application of these eligibility requirements. Again, consulting state-specific regulations is crucial for accurate assessment of one's eligibility to vote. Once registered and confirmed as eligible, voters must understand the voting procedures. This encompasses a broad spectrum of processes and methods, ranging from in-person voting at designated polling places to absentee voting by mail or early in-person voting. The availability of these options varies widely across states, influencing the voter experience and accessibility of the electoral process. In-person voting at polling places, the traditional method of casting a ballot, requires voters to attend designated polling locations on Election Day. These locations vary from state to state and often within states, with locations ranging from schools and community centers to dedicated polling stations. Understanding the location of one's assigned polling place is a crucial first step in in-person voting, with information often provided on voter registration cards or through state election websites. The accessibility of these polling places is a critical factor affecting voter turnout, especially for individuals with disabilities or limited mobility. Absentee voting, a method that allows voters to cast their ballots without physically attending a polling place, is another widely employed method. However, the rules and regulations surrounding absentee voting differ significantly across states. Some states require specific reasons for requesting an absentee ballot, such as illness or being away from one's residence, while others allow absentee voting without justification. The application process for absentee ballots also varies, with some states requiring voters to submit applications well in advance of Election Day, while others might offer shorter deadlines. Understanding these nuances is vital to ensure timely and successful absentee voting. Early in-person voting, a procedure allowing voters to cast their ballots at designated locations before Election Day, is another increasingly popular alternative. This method provides increased flexibility and convenience for voters, particularly those with busy schedules or those who prefer avoiding potential crowds on Election Day. Again, however, the availability and duration of early in-person voting periods vary significantly across states. Some states might offer early voting for a few weeks before Election Day, while others might have shorter periods or more restricted access. Beyond understanding the procedures for casting a ballot, voters also have rights and responsibilities. Voters have the right to vote without intimidation or coercion, and election officials are obligated to ensure a fair and secure voting process. Voters also have the responsibility to inform themselves about the candidates and issues on the ballot, to cast their votes thoughtfully and responsibly. Understanding the rights and responsibilities of voters is crucial to maintaining the integrity of the electoral process and safeguarding the fundamental right to vote. In conclusion, while the right to vote is a cornerstone of American democracy, the processes involved in registering, understanding eligibility criteria, and following voting procedures vary widely across states. Navigating this complexity requires careful attention to state-specific regulations and a proactive approach to ensuring one's right to participate in the democratic process is exercised effectively. Thorough research, proactive engagement with election officials, and an understanding of one's rights and responsibilities are essential for every eligible citizen who wishes to play an active role in shaping their future.
Like and subscribe for more content.